Good evening, faithful, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the course, the past, present, future. That is, of course, presented by the Red and Gold number 7. All right. Well, basically, this we're gonna be talking about some news, some analysis, get all that stuff out of the way, you know, and start talking more stuff, and especially some upcoming stuff that's coming up for training camp, which training camp won't be here for at least 40 days. So as soon as that gets here, we'll be back and playing football again. So, all right, guys. So I will be back soon to open the thing up and everybody on here because I know if you guys are waiting. So we'll be back as soon as possible. All right, here we go, guys. Let's roll this stuff. Later.
Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Yeah, you know what it is. Home of the West Coast offense. Frisco to Stockton, Modesto to Fresno, we get it poppin'. Reppin' my team, when you see me, you know everything. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold.
Go. We're back. Just joking with you. I'll have fun with this thing. All right. Let's get this thing popping. I know people have been waiting, and it's right on time, actually. That's exactly right on time, too. Pretty good, huh? So, for first from, of course, California. Of course, I'm bringing, let me see here. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's not even here yet. My bad. So, my bad. He's not even here yet. So, okay. First guy I see on here, of course, is all the way from Louisiana. Dion. Come on here, Dion.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you been doing?
What's up, brother? I got all the guys in here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Bring you guys all in. All the
Okay.
way from Connecticut above me. All right. Come on here, rich man. Come on in here, bro.
How we doing,
Of
faithful?
course,
Doing good.
I don't know exactly where he's from. I never asked him. I don't remember I asked him or not. But welcome to his second time being on a show. Second time. All right. Come on here, Josh. What's up, brother, man? What's up?
What's up? I'm from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Arkansas, got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see here. Josh, do you have a Twitter handle?
I don't.
Hey, you don't have? You have Facebook?
Yeah, I got Facebook.
Put your name on the Facebook. All right, on the screen where it says Josh at. Just put Josh. Just put Josh and put whatever your thing is for your Facebook. That way, everybody follow you at. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second.
No problem, man. I can do it for you. I know how to do that now. Finally, but
Do you?
yeah, I know
Why
how to
don't
do
you
it.
go ahead then? I'm
Okay.
lagging on my learned technology.
It's all good, man.
I struggle.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry, man. Hold on, guys. Okay, well, Josh, what? What is it now? Josh Wood.
Yep.
Okay, Josh, you if I remember how to spell your name right. I'm gonna butcher your name. Joshua. Joshua.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Joshua Wood. Yeah, I gotta figure that out right. There you go. Cool. We're good. Joshua Wood on Facebook.
Did you get a new microphone, man?
Me?
Yeah, since the last time I seen it.
No, man. Know why? Because I got it connected right this time.
Ah.
That's the reason why it
Looks like
sounds
a
so
professional.
good. Sounds so
Yeah.
good. I love this microphone. All right. Paid me a lot of money for it, too. But otherwise, here you go. Joshua Wood on Facebook. All right. Now, of course, I know I'm waiting for Matt Man. You usually here on time before anybody else is. But right now, we're going to talk about, of course, the first thing on the dock was, well, Miss here, any major things going on right now? All we know is that, what's his name? Now I'm brain fart. What's my brain?
Bryce Huff.
How's that?
Bryce Huff.
Well, not Bryce Huff, but oh God, the guy we were going to sign, but he changed his mind and went to the Rams.
Oh, Humphreys.
Humphreys.
DJ Humphreys.
I cannot believe he did that. I can't believe that. everybody
No, he's
thinks
probably going to start. He's probably going to start for the Rams. That's why he went. It would be my guess because he knew he wasn't going to be starting for us. So I think he
Right.
went there because I think he's going to start.
It's 2 years in a row. Eric Kendricks did that last year when he went to the Dallas Cowboys, so I can believe it.
The betrayal.
Yep.
You know what? It's more money, and you get a chance to start.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. Little extra motivation whenever we see the Rams.
All right, so that was that one, and I know there's a few other things I can't remember everything. My brain's shot. I got so much going on right now, my family and all. But of
Have
course,
you guys heard the speculation about us and Amari Cooper or another veteran wide receiver?
I know. I think I heard that Aaron Rodgers. I think he wanted Amari Cooper.
Cooper.
I heard that. That's
Good, he can go to
I know we
Pittsburgh.
were talking to Gabe for a little bit, and then that washed out, and I'm actually kind of relieved with that. I think our receiving core is looking pretty good. And
yeah. Oh yeah. I tell you now, they're really hyped on the one wide receiver. Oh God, that's like I had the depth chart in front of me. I can't remember nothing for some reason.
Watkins is looking good. Watkins is looking good.
Watkins, that's who it was. Thank you, Watkins. That's who it was.
He's looking good. Cowling's actually looking good in camp too.
Okay. Yeah, they said he's been turning the burners on. He's been looking real good this year, coming into his own. Cowling.
Yeah, which prior to this, I thought he was going to get lost in the shuffle and just end up getting kind of pushed out the door just because of all the guys they drafted. And if IU came back in time, I probably would have thought he would have been one of those guys that would be bubbling.
Damn.
Yeah, I think they might do Garindo with some of those old Debo packages.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I look at it and it doesn't. I think Watkins is going to be the guy that ends up doing all that Debo stuff.
Oh yeah.
You think?
Well, because
I was figuring him more of an X guy on the other side from IU.
Well, we don't really know if why can't I think of if Pearsall's gonna tweak another hamstring and not be in the game.
Those hamstring injuries are. I tore my hamstring coming out of high school. I went to East Mississippi Community College. That's the same. Me and LeGarrette Blunt, we was there at the same time. And
really?
Hamstring, yeah, real talk. Before he went to Oregon, he went to East Mississippi.
Damn, that guy could run the ball.
Yeah. I was born in Mississippi, man.
I'm from Mississippi. I'm from Durant, Mississippi.
Yeah, I was born in Laurel, down by Hattiesburg.
Yeah. Yep. So those hamstring injuries, man, they are very, very hard to because of the scar tissue, man. You can't really let your hamstring sit up too long. Like you gotta constantly once that scar tissue sets in, like it's over with, bro.
Yeah, you gotta stretch it all. You gotta keep stretching it all out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is the second year in a row he's been injured too for the offseason. I mean, obviously he got shot last year, but I'm saying I think he injured his hamstring last year before he got shot.
He needs to be hanging out with CMC and getting a new trainer. Because man,
that's why he wasn't practicing with the team was that original hamstring.
Yep.
Before he got robbed. Yep. I remember on OTAs and stuff. I ain't got to talk with none of y'all, man, but I'm upset that Jordan Mason's not on the team. Honestly, I think the way that C-Mac got worked and then with him recovering from that injury, that we were going to try to lighten his load or flex him out a little bit more and maybe let Mason get in between the tackles.
Yeah, I was hoping for that too, but I'm happy that he's going to a place where he's actually going to start. So I'm happy for him in that respect because he was never going to get that here with Kyle.
Yeah, he can be a top 5 back in this league.
I'm happy with the new blood because running backs, man, their average lifespan is about 3 or 4 years. So I know Jordan Mason was pretty good. He's pretty good, but for the scheme that Kyle Shanahan's run, like the speed scheme, like I like the guy from Oregon. I like the guy from Oregon that we drafted.
Jordan James, he looks like a little version of Frank Gore, man. except way faster.
Elijah Mitchell, he's gone to Kansas City.
Yeah.
So I like the new blood, man. We got some young legs in there. You know, Kyle Shanahan gonna pound that ball. He gonna ride you, so you got to be ready for it, man. And I think those older guys, as good as Jordan Mason was, man, I just feel like it's good to get the new blood in. Let's get the new blood in. Let's get the 4.3 speed. You know, Garendo is gonna be the fastest person on the field. He should be a good change of pace back for CMC, and I'm happy about the moves we made at running back.
I just think Garendo's just not much of a pure runner as much as Mason maybe was. He's still
not a
quick.
natural runner.
If he can, he's got breakaway speed. I just think he's better in space.
Well,
yeah, but he may look good. He may look like Mostert in outside zone. He may look good. He's fast enough.
But you're only going off of 1 year, though. You got to understand, like, he has a whole offseason. Like, you know, players are going to improve from year to year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So he might, you know, Frank Gore's the running back coach. So, yeah, I'm sure, you know, everybody should be improving. And then they got the coach. What's the other guy? The real good coach,
Bobby Turner.
He's been with us for a minute. Turner. Yeah, Turner. He was with his dad, Kyle's dad.
Yep. He's probably the best running back coach in the league.
Bobby T.
And he's really good at identifying guys for the scheme. That's the biggest part. That's probably Bobby's best trait. Is he knows how to, even if he may not be the best guy, he's the best guy for the scheme, and he does a really good job. You know, lining up scheme fits.
Yep.
I like how no matter who's back behind the center or in the running back stance, they're always physical and pick up the block. You know what I mean? And they'll get out there and block for the receivers as well.
Hey, that's important because Lawrence Phillips, God bless his soul, you know, he got Steve Young career in it against Aeneas Williams. So run blocking is very important.
Absolutely.
One of Frank Gore's best traits, picking up the blitz.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you guys excited about our new D-line? I am
excited about it.
Speaking of that, I don't know if anybody knows about it yet. 2 hours ago, it was actually posted. 2 hours ago, exactly. All of our 11 rookies have been signed to 4-year deals. The last one has just been signed 2 hours ago.
Who's the last one?
CJ West.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, so he was still going to camp.
Yep.
He was still going to camp. He's going to be our best.
He's going to be a monster.
I
think so
best
too.
Guy. Mikael Williams was
him and Collins.
So
we needed that good tackle help.
That is a big dude, man.
That dude looks like a bowling ball.
He is huge.
We are all signed.
I want the back of his jersey to say tree stump.
It kind of makes me wonder, though, like, I'm thinking, like, I think Bryce Huff is going to start over Mikael Williams, man.
Yeah, to start the season, I think so. I think he's going to rotate in with Yatir Gross-Matos on the other side, on Bosa's side. You know what I mean? Okay. In the rotation, because you know Chris likes to keep them fresh legs and pressure package rolled in.
Isn't Gross-Matos dealing with a knee injury right now?
I'm not sure. I know he hasn't been out there.
I don't think he was practicing in minicamp. But look, the starting four is going to be Williams, Collins, West, and Bosa.
Yeah.
Second and long, third and long. West is going to come out. Mikael Williams is going to go over to his side, and Gross-Matos will come in for Collins. That's my guess on how that's going to work out. Huh?
You think they're going to put Gross-Matos inside?
Yes, and then Huff will play outside on second and third and long. That's when Huff's going to come in. Huff's not going to be in our running downs.
I think Huff is going to start.
Oh, absolutely.
The only way he starts is if Williams is not ready to play.
That's what I was going to say.
Williams is going to be a better run stopper than Huff is.
Yeah, Huff's not a Huff's a pass rusher, man.
He's a headhunter, yeah.
He's a pass rusher, but I'm just thinking based off experience and like what Robert Saleh really needs on the line. I think Bryce Huff is going to start at least maybe half the season until Mikael Williams can like really grasp what's going on. I think he's going to start.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. I think Williams is a better run defender. So he's going to set the edge better. He's going to set the edge better.
Yeah,
I
Williams
can
will have
agree
to
with
tank.
that. I think that both of them are going to be rotating in so much, though.
Yeah, agreed. Totally.
Bill is going to take a serious step back. I think he's washed. I mean, we might be able to get a seventh round pick for him.
For who?
Robert Bill. I had
Oh,
high
okay.
hopes
Yep.
for him. He runs that 4.44. He came from Georgia.
Yeah. No,
He doesn't have. He can't get downhill.
Don't we still have
He
Kevin
can't set
Gibbons?
the edge.
no,
We
but
still
that's
have
gonna.
Kevin Gibbons and stuff too, right?
Yeah, those guys will come in and spotty when guys need blows.
Our D line's going to have to pick up most of the slack on the back end for us having the rookie pass defenders, the DBs and stuff.
I don't know, man. Stout looks pretty badass for a nickel.
He's
Yeah, I
short
think
though,
he's
man.
gonna play
Yeah, I
nickel.
know
concerned
he's
about his
little.
height, man.
He's little, but
They're
he
gonna
was
put
out there
what you
running with
call it
Nayor the other
outside.
day. He was out there running with Nayor the other day and broke up, and Nayor's like 6'4", and Stout busted up the pass.
Yeah,
So at
they've
least
been
he's
saying a
scrappy.
lot of
He's
good things
scrappy.
about him.
He's
Hey, I
They're
just
scrappy.
gonna
got.
He's
move
little.
Hey, I just
Renardo
got
outside, or what you call it outside. Um, who's our other guy we just signed?
Lenore, Diamador Lenore.
Lenore, yeah, Lenore. Le- yeah,
We still need another corner. We still need another starting corner.
yeah, absolutely.
Demo,
I agree.
Demo.
With the safeties, we are struggling at safety
We need a safety too. Yeah,
because
Mustafa
Jair
will be
Brown,
back.
he had a surgical
Jair,
procedure.
I
He
don't
had a
find it.
procedure.
Yeah, he took a
So
step back from his first year. Jair did last
yeah,
year.
but you seeing all those guys going, "Hey, is it Jair or Ramsey?" I'm like both. I'm
Mm.
like,
I hope not. I don't
no,
want to invest in
I know,
Ramsey.
but we need a safety and a corner, and I'm like, one guy can play safety, the other guy can play corner, and
I'd rather us go get Simmons. Think he's still
Simmons
available,
from
ain't
Justin Simmons.
he? Mm-hmm.
Where's he
Think he's
from?
still
I
available.
remember the name.
yeah, but
I think
that's gonna cost money.
Man, the
absolutely.
49ers got
I
money,
mean,
man. They got
so with
54
Ramsey
million
though.
cap space.
I know,
I'm
but they
saying if
like
we're
to
going to
carry
make that
40.
kind of commitment, I would rather have Simmons than Ramsey at this point. Ramsey has
Yeah.
locker room issues.
Yeah, but so Dion, to your point about the cap space, the Niners like to carry 40 mil to the next year, so that means they really
Yeah,
only got 13.
we're
Which means
rolling
it,
over.
Well, that's enough to sign somebody.
no, absolutely. But yeah, I know every year they're always like, oh, the Niners got all this cap space, and it's because they're always rolling it over to the next year to be able to pay a bunch more people over so they can be over the cap.
Well, if Phil Holes in
We're
case
under
of
the
an
cap,
injury.
not
Yeah,
over the
we
cap.
You
are
can
under the
spend
cap.
over it if you carry over. If you carry over that 40 mil, you can be 40 mil over the cap.
I got you. Should be interesting season, man.
Yeah,
I was kind of sad about all the free agents that's left, man. In particular, like Leonard Floyd.
Dre
That
Greenlaw cut me hard. That cut deep.
it didn't cut me deep because he tore his quadriceps. So, like,
Well,
you knew he had an injury history.
as
So,
soon as he got injured in Denver, like right away, I was like, that's why the Niners didn't re-sign him. That's exactly why they didn't re-sign him. Is that dude? He's just glass, man. It sucks because
yep,
I love him, but he's glass.
yep.
Man, you can see the difference when he's out there on the field, though.
Yeah,
in my
he's
opinion.
on the
If
field.
he's
He's a
healthy.
monster on the field, man.
No doubt, no doubt. The guy's
But you
super
know what?
fast.
But you know what? That guy from Oklahoma State, that Martin dude, he looks pretty
Yeah,
good too.
He's fast. He's super
Yeah,
fast. It
yeah.
they're
look
saying
if
Bethune's look good in practice too, though.
yeah
Who that?
if
Oh, but Nate Bethune,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
No, Taylor. Yeah,
Taylor Bethune, I think, whatever his name is.
yeah.
Look if
Tatum Bethune, yes.
If Collins and West can keep Martin clean and he's not getting blocked by linemen, he's got a chance to be pretty damn good. If those guys can't, keep him clean so he can just go lay people out, he's not big enough. He'll get tossed around.
Yeah, if he's got a
That's the
lane
only
to come
problem.
downhill in, he'll be good.
Yeah, it's like I said,
He'll come up
if
and
Collins
rock
and
that
West can
running
keep him
back.
clean, they'll be good.
Yeah,
Well, it should be a big upgrade over Hargrave and Malik Collins. Like Malik Collins was a pass. Yeah, man. So it's
we still got
it's gonna be-
Anderson coming back
Yeah.
too this year,
Oh
and
yeah, Evan
Anderson was
Anderson, he's pretty good.
serviceable last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Hargrave
pretty
wasn't a
good.
scheme fit, man. He just was not a scheme fit. He was just not suited for the wide nine.
No, That
I
was
think he was
that was
still
a horrible deal we did, man, to get rid of all the guys we let go to pick him up.
well, the most horrible deal out of all of them is when they let Armstead go to Jacksonville.
Yeah, that was a bad
That was
move.
that was a
Yeah.
horrible move.
If he would have renegotiated his contract, he would still be here.
He took less to go to Jacksonville because he was so
I know,
offended
but
by
that's just because he was pissed. That's just because he
right.
was pissed.
And then he
Same
said he
thing with
regretted it.
Greenlaw.
When Salah came back, he said, "Oh, he regretted the decision. If he knew Salah was coming back, he would have stayed."
Yeah, Salah's going to be much better this time around.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh, I
man,
really think we're going to have a top 5 by the end of the year.
Yeah,
brother.
we should be in the top 10 anyway.
Nick
I mean,
Foles
even if we're 15, that will help us so much versus last year. I mean, we're the bottom 3 teams in the league last year in defense. So even if we're middle of the pack, and our offense can
And
fix
special teams.
fix the red. Look, we moved the ball last year. We just sucked in the red zone.
We
I
were
agree.
third in total yards, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
Still with
and
all
so-
the injuries.
and one of the things that I don't like about Kyle is he has like no regard for the defense. Like when the defense, is out there for a long stretch, Kyle will come out there on offense and do 3 pass plays and then throw the defense right back out
Yeah,
there again.
yeah.
And that stuff
Right.
drives me insane, man. It's like give those guys a blow, man. Run the friggin' ball.
Yeah. I don't like
No.
it how Kyle is over aggressive at times and then he's not aggressive in the right moments. You'll be on the right side of the 50 early in the game with the short 4th and long or 4th and 3, 4th and 5 or something. The offense was moving the ball and the drive just, you know what I mean? You had an incompletion
Yeah.
or whatever, not go for it.
Yeah.
Will out
He,
Jake Moody for a 55-yarder or something.
he's
At the end
grossly
of the
unaware
day,
at times.
at the end of the day, though, you can talk about Kyle Shanahan all you want, but this is the thing: if you fire Kyle Shanahan, bro, he's gonna have a new job within 48 hours of being
Oh,
fired.
no.
That's fine.
I don't want to file
That's fine.
Kyle.
A
I
lot of
love
people
Kyle.
want to see him fired.
No, Kyle makes you mad when it's fourth quarter and he's up by 10 in a big game and he starts throwing the ball around when he should be running. Those are the times you just want to reach up behind his
Yeah.
head and give him a quick slap and say, "Run the ball, dude. Run the
Well,
ball."
I
that
have
Super
more
Bowl,
pros
that
than
Super Bowl
cons with
loss,
Kyle.
that last Super Bowl loss was not on Kyle Shanahan, though. Well, hold on, let me take that back. Yeah, he should have kicked the ball off in overtime.
No,
I
but
will
before
say
I
that,
thought the game plan was beautiful, man. I
it
mean,
was, but at
there
the
was
end
a
of the
couple
game,
fumbles, Dre getting hurt when our
Chase
defense was
Young,
playing good.
balling out. He had 2 sacks. I mean, that was
Brindle giving up that sack to Chris Jones at the end of the game, just
yeah.
unprotected, just coming in. And when Ayuk was open in the end zone, yeah.
but that was
Yeah.
another one of those situations where Kyle was up with a lead, should have ran the ball, and instead he's passing, and his defense got gassed. The defense
Dude,
got gassed, and Kansas City
what
just moved down the ball, moved down the field on him.
what game was that Detroit game where he let Brock pass like the Detroit game last year? He let Brock pass like 12 times in a fucking row, and I was like, Brock's gonna throw a pick just out of the law of physics because he's throwing so much. Run the fucking ball, change it up.
And
Still didn't
meanwhile,
come until he threw a
like I
pick.
said,
Yeah.
meanwhile the
Well,
D comes back out there with its jaw hanging.
well, he had to do it. Everybody was pretty much injured at that point because we played Detroit at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't have much to work with, man. Kyle Shanahan was let's see what the reserves and let's see
Yeah.
what these players gonna look like next year. So
No, this year I'm excited about this year now. Look, after the
I am
season,
too.
after all the free agent guys left, I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck. And then
Yeah,
the
we
draft
had a
came.
good draft. We had a really good draft.
Yeah, the
I like
draft
the
totally
chicken
redid it.
battle we got going on with the vet they brought in. They said, dude banged all his field goals through the other day. I forget his name.
Jake Moody.
No, not Moody. They brought in some camp competition for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that guy went 7 for 7. I forget his
Yeah.
name, but he went
Yeah,
7 for
yeah.
7.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking
Well,
about?
not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, he played
You
for the
know,
Jets
like
and the Giants.
within the last like 5 or 4 years, people start reporting, oh man, this player threw 7 interceptions in practice, and like it's this stuff is irrelevant, brother. Like,
It's
Is
practice.
this where I do my Allen Iverson and go, we're talking about practice?
yeah, we're talking about practice. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, I don't care about you throwing interceptions. I do care, but at the same time, like I really don't care. Like it's you don't.
That's what
Nobody's
you're
allowed
supposed to
to
be
hit you
testing.
yet.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to hit you, and But I want to pivot a little bit. Look, I really like that quarterback that we drafted with the torn. He played the whole season on a torn ACL.
Rourke, yeah.
What's his name?
Rourke, or I can't
Rourke,
remember.
Curtis Rourke. Curtis Rourke.
Yeah, I like that. That's tough,
Yeah,
right there.
he's gonna get pupped, and we won't see him till next year.
Oh yeah, they're redshirting him.
Yeah,
Well,
redshirt him. You know, but did you hear today they were talking about? I guess they're thinking DTR might get cut, and I think Kruger was
Good.
talking about that today. It was
You
the
said DTR?
DTR.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
Dorian
DTR.
Thompson.
Yeah, Dorian may get cut, and would he be better to bring in instead of Mordecai?
I don't
Yeah,
know. They say
he would.
Mordecai's got some
He
fucking
would.
good stuff too, man. They say
No,
he's tough.
no.
Mordecai?
He's a camp arm, dude.
Oh man, they said he kind of reminded him of Brock, just bigger, from what I've heard.
No, I don't
I
know
ain't
about it.
seen much of him, honestly.
He's a
I don't
scout
watch
team
him in college.
quarterback.
Is he?
That's all
I
he
don't
is,
know,
man.
man. I think if we brought DTR in, it would be the same result. Honestly,
Could be. I mean, right now, I mean, look,
I
you
like
got
him
your
being a
starter.
Bay Area kid and stuff, but
Look, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, we got our starter, got our
Right.
backup for now.
yeah, Mac will be serviceable if Brock goes out for a game.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
I
accurate
really like Mac Jones.
in the Shanahan
What's
system.
I really like Mac Jones.
he
Mac and cheese.
I
mac
feel
and
like
cheese.
he can run Kyle's offense the way Kyle wants it run.
For sure. Yeah,
Well, that's
he's
what
a
Kyle
system
wanted to
quarterback.
draft. That's what he wanted to draft anyway.
Yep.
But you know,
He's not mobile, but he's got a good arm.
he's very accurate.
I thought we were going
Yep.
to try to get Zach Wilson, honestly. He went down to Miami.
It's gonna be wild, man, in the next couple of years because all of the quarterbacks are very decent for these teams, man. I'm looking back at quarterbacks. We watching the draft and trying to figure out where Shador is going. But man, most of all these
That was
teams
crazy.
have
I
decent
couldn't believe
quarterbacks.
he fell that.
Shador looks good in camp too.
He does.
Yeah,
He does.
I'm hearing.
That's probably his job to lose, honestly. I don't know. Flacco might start a couple games, but I think it's going to be Shador's job.
I think
on
they're going
Joe
to try to get him
Flacco.
there.
Shame on Joe Flacco. I don't want to teach these guys anything because I'm out here playing. Shame on Joe Flacco. I didn't know Joe Flacco had a character like that, man.
Hey, Joe's probably like, man, this is my last shot.
Yeah, this is my
I
last
showed
chance
out
to
for this
start.
team, and then they
Get
cut
out of
me.
here, kid.
Yeah. Bro, you won a Super Bowl. Tap out. You know what I mean? Give somebody else a shot, dude.
Hey, look, man. If
you
you're
holding up
him,
progress.
if you're him, you want to get that NFL paycheck as long as you can.
For sure. But he could pick up a damn paycheck from like CBS Sports or do one of these other host things. You know what I mean?
You know what? You can't
He
go
likes
back.
being
You
around
can't go
Paul.
back to playing after you quit. So I think that's one of those deals where you know what, you're 37 or whatever the heck he is. He knows he's only got one more year. This is probably it for him.
I think he's like 40, bro. Maybe 41.
Oh, maybe he is. I don't even know. I don't even know how old he is. I figured he was late 30s, but I think you know what he's like. Look, this is my last run. Why not? And if he plays well, that team could actually be halfway decent.
Oh, Cleveland's nasty. They got some players.
Yeah, I mean, defense is
what
good.
surprised me this offseason? So, I'm still recovering from a torn rotator cuff surgery, right? And I be trying to tell people, like, hey, man, this is a real tough recovery. It surprised me when Derek Carr has the same injury and he retired.
Did you see why? He said he didn't want to take the Saints' money.
Yes, that's what he said.
Honorable, man. Honorable.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't hear that too much.
Nope.
$30 million bucks he could have just taken, and he didn't. That's pretty
that
crazy.
could be a little battle down there in New Orleans between him and Rattler. That show guy or Tyler Show.
Anthony Richardson, same thing. Tore his rotator cuff. What now? He's out like the rest of the offseason. Yeah. I just find it interesting, man. From having the torn rotator cuff Then I tell people like how serious it is, and people be like, "Oh man, whatever." Like it's real serious, bro.
Recovery's long on that, man. I had a friend who had that, man. Recovery's long.
Yes, yeah. I'm about what is it, June? So I'm about 8 months in, and it's tough. That's all I can say.
Ugh.
I feel for you, man.
It's tough, man. But yeah,
You
I think
able to
that's what.
work, or you still doing like chilling at the house, doing your home therapy, or what do they
So
call it? Your
I go in.
rehabilitation.
So I go to physical therapy twice a week,
Yeah.
and yeah, we work. I've been working stuff like that, but I had 4 months off of work when I first had the surgery. So it's just a lot of sitting down, not moving, stuff like that. But yeah, as a matter of fact, I got to go to work tomorrow morning, 8:30.
There you go.
Military man. So yeah, I don't. This is my first time talking to you. So yeah, I'm active duty. I'm at Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you an LSU fan?
No, I'm not an LSU fan, but my wife over here, she's the biggest. I'm a Florida State fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Okay. Have you been watching the college World Series of baseball?
No, but look, I'm an Indiana Pacer fan. That is my favorite team
Okay.
on my bandwagon. So I've been watching the NBA championship. It comes on tonight. Everybody,
Yeah.
please cheer on the Pacers. 7:30. We'll be playing tonight.
They might go up 3-1 on the Thunder.
They might.
just happen.
They might. They're playing at
If
home
they
too.
do
So
that,
I
it's
like
going
our
to be out
chance.
of reach for OKC. If they
What's
go
that
up
now?
3-1, I said if they go up 3-1, it's going to be out of reach for
Yeah, never
OKC.
can tell, man. LeBron, he came back 3-1, so you never can tell.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
waiting for you to say that. I
LeBron.
was waiting for you to say that. 3-1 ain't nothing. It really ain't nothing because anybody can come back. Anybody can come
Well,
back.
It's only
that's
happened
only
one
one time
time.
that's been done. Now I don't know about that, but look,
But I like where you're head's at. I like the optimism.
who do you guys think is going to break out? One person on the offense, one person on the defense. Who you
I was
guys think
gonna
will have a
get to it.
breakout
Don't
season
worry,
this season?
Dion. I was gonna get to it. Don't worry. I was getting there. Don't worry. You
All
read
right,
my
who's
mind.
going first?
Yeah, go for what year are you talking about? All
For this
time
year.
or
This year.
past year?
This year.
I tell you right now, if it wasn't for the gunshot, I really think that he would have done real good this past year. But my breakout this year, Ricky
Pearsall, okay.
Oh yeah, no offense. And
Okay.
defense. I won't mind seeing Nick Martin because he looks good. He
Okay.
looks real good, Nick Martin.
That's a salty pick.
Hell yeah, man. So whoever's next, go right ahead. Don't fight for it. Don't fight for it now. Come on.
All right, man. I'm in. I'm in.
gonna
Look, whoever is running back 2 is my offensive breakout player. So whether it's Jordan James or Garendo, whoever ends up winning that job, that's going to be your guy on offense, and defense is CJ West.
Well, Garendo is going to win that job.
Defense is CJ West, man. That dude is going to just be disruptive as all get out.
Okay.
I think I'm going TJ West too on defense. He's just going to be too nasty right there in the middle. And offense, I think it's going to be Cowing or Garendo. I think it's going to be one of them two. I ain't made up my mind which one. It might be Garendo.
Offense, I'm going to go with the new guy, the Jordan Watkins guy from Ole Miss. I think he's going to have a breakout season. And defense, I'm going to go with Ronaldo Green.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
you only say his name because he's from Florida State. Come on now.
Hey, absolutely.
I can resist that.
But like, I was not a fan of Charvarius Ward, man. I like Green. He's very aggressive. He got the that Legion of Boom. He's
one of the only press guys we got.
Yes.
Look, I like Charvarius Ward because he played DK well. He always played DK pretty well.
Yeah,
that's why I liked him. That's why I liked him because the matchup with him and DK, that was always scrappy games, man. I loved it.
Not a fan of Charvarius Ward. I thought he played even before his child passed. I thought he played under his potential.
Last year, I would totally agree. Last year, I totally agree. Before that, he was pretty good. He was probably our only. He was probably our only lockdown corner.
Lockdown corner.
Well, I mean, not playing man, but I just mean a guy. He was our best corner. He was our best corner.
Over Lenore?
He got beat deep a lot of times.
Look, I'm going to tell you why.
There on Island,
Demo always got the number 2. Ward always had to go against number 1. That'd be the only reason that I would cheat towards Ward a little bit, because Demo's gonna now he's got to put his big boy pants on because he's going to be playing everybody's number 1 now.
He's got the swag, man. He's got the swag too.
No, I'm not saying he doesn't, but it's going to be, he's going to, find out something, a little different now that he's the number 1 dog.
I think I read something that says Debo hasn't given up a touchdown in like almost 3 years. Like, whether you're number 1 or number 2, that's unheard of.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to stat check that, but I know that he's been really fucking good.
No, he's solid, Green. Man. If you talk about
Ronaldo got off to a hot start last year.
If you talking about all gas, no brakes, man, Ronaldo Green is that's what you're looking for.
He's going to play good with the D-line help that we're going to get rushing the quarterback on forced throws. I figure our secondary is going to eat this year, for real.
Pretty good.
And our linebacker.
That safety that we drafted out of Kansas, man, is really, really good. I don't know if you guys looked at his highlights. Yeah. He's really, really good, man.
Yeah, he is. He might get some playing time, too.
Yes.
Look, man, we're light. We're light at safety and we're light at corner. So guys that are hanging around are definitely going to get a chance.
Yep.
Yeah. I figure we might get one of the free agents for a safety. I don't know who it's going to be. I hope it's not Jalen Ramsey, but if it is, you know what I mean, I'll get behind him. I just don't like him from whenever he was with the Rams. And
wasn't he the one that Debo stiff armed into the ground down on the sideline?
Yeah, well, he just missed the tackle. When Debo.
You talking about Demo?
No, Ramsey.
Debo,
Ramsey.
Oh, he did that against Taylor Johnson whenever we played Philadelphia.
I thought he did it against Ramsey when we were playing the Rams. Went out around the outside and just stuffed him in the ground.
He may have too.
When he high pointed the ball and ran in for that 60-something, Jalen Ramsey. He said Jalen Ramsey didn't want to tackle me. You know, Debo Samuel be talking noise.
I'm gonna miss Debo. I'm not gonna lie. I love Debo.
Man, I'm gonna miss Debo too.
Step though, man. Taking all the big hits early.
Have you guys seen? Do you guys watch Grant Cohen? He has like his advertisement commercial where he talks about Debo.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched him in a while because he's just been so damn negative. But I was a cone head for a while.
This man made like a whole commercial. It's like, if I'm going to take Debo Samuel, if I want somebody to drop passes, I'm going to take Debo Samuel. If I want somebody to go push their teammate to the face,
if it's going to be the amount of drop passes Debo makes, I'm going to say more.
Hey, I said, man, this dude Greg Cohen, petty, man. That's some petty stuff right there, bro.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's so funny. Look, I know. Look. Everybody doesn't. They get so heated with him, and I just don't get it, man. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, because everybody's emotionally connected and tied into the 49ers, and they don't want to hear anything negative about them.
When he went in, Javon Kinlaw, I love that he went at Javon Kinlaw. And then when you hear, what's the safety we used to have that went to the Texans?
Jimmy Ward.
Jimmy Ward was like, man, Grant Cohen was on me when I first got drafted, but he was like, man, Grant Cohen helped me to be, the player who I am. He called out my play.
You saw he just got arrested for domestic, right?
Jimmy Ward back. Jimmy Ward was a monster coming down.
Yeah, Jimmy Ward's nasty. Jimmy Ward just got arrested yesterday for domestic.
You think Houston's going to let him go?
I didn't see that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
it was on NFL. It was on the NFL news yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, he doing better than Antonio Brown. He wanted for attempted murder.
Oh, I know, dude. What the heck, man? That AB's
Antonio
crazy, man.
Brown, dude, he's
AB's
crazy
crazy.
as fuck.
Dude, that guy has CTE and then
Like a
some.
motherfucker. He had so many chances. He was a beast too, man. He walked off the field with Tom Brady whenever
Yeah.
they were having a good season with his shirt off and shit. You just like, bro, what are you doing?
Dude, that
Y'all are on
guy.
your way to winning the Super Bowl. You're
When
tripping.
you hear his backstory about that, he tells you why, because he was like Bruce Irvin, I think that's the guy's name, who was the coach.
Oh, Bruce Arians. Yeah.
Bruce
Bruce Arians,
Arians, yeah.
yeah.
He was like, man, I'm hurt, and this is what I can do and can't do. And he was pushing
Oh,
for him
I
to
heard
get
a
in
little
the
bit
game.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he gave his side of his story, as to why he did what he did. So, but
Yeah, man. The craziest part about that is he was so good.
yeah, he
Oh
was
my
good.
god,
He was
dude. The
so good.
Roethlisberger Brown connection, dude. That shit was automatic. It was like as good as Devontae Adams and Rodgers was back when he was at Green Bay.
Look, he was probably one of the top 5 receivers I'd ever seen in his prime, man. He was just so good.
He got
Not
everything.
none 49ers related, man. Like Mike Tomlin, you look at all the talent he's lost in Le'Veon Bell and AB and George Pickens and Deontay Johnson and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Hey,
Hey,
and they're
man,
still looking for receivers right now.
this
That's the
dude is
crazy
a
thing.
hell
They
of a
got
coach.
DK now, but who's the number 2 guy?
Oh man.
Deontay
I don't
Johnson.
know.
They let him go. Deontay Johnson was a solid 1,000 yards a year receiver. Good
He
possession
had an
receiver.
effort issue, though.
I was watching Rogers throw to DK yesterday. Holy crap, dude. That man. Last thing to go, man. Aaron Rodgers got the best arm I've ever seen, man. Oh,
And look, then the
I don't
Pittsburgh,
know how I feel about that, but I think
Pittsburgh
that
got this
Rodgers.
tight end. They got this tight end, bro, who's like 6'7", 6'8", bro. This dude is
Oh
humongous.
yeah.
I can't remember his name. Then they
I can't
got
remember his
Pryor
name
Move.
either. Dude's a
He
road
has a
grader.
funny name. It's oh shit.
I
He
think
looks
his
like a
last name is
tackle.
Washington. His last name is Washington.
Washington?
I think his name is Washington, but I can't remember his
Are you
whole
talking
name.
about a black dude or a white dude?
The tall black dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have a
Well,
white dude on their team
but
too. He's pretty
Pryor
good.
Move. Pryor Move is really good too.
Pat Fryermuth, yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know,
No,
man.
that Washington dude is good too, though. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the big guy. Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah,
good.
they use him in a lot of jumbo packages and shit.
What's the guy D Winters, man? I haven't heard too much about. Well, I have. They
I
said D
thought he was
Winters
going to
have
take a
improved.
step up. I
He
think
looks
he's been
good.
hurt, hasn't he?
No.
He was out at minicamp.
Yeah, they said D Winters. They drafted that Martin guy because D
Right.
Winters didn't step up.
Yeah, but Winters was scrapping in frickin' in OTAs.
Yep.
Okay. So we got 3 motherfuckers that are vying for position then.
Yeah, I mean that. Look, if Winters balls out, Martin may not start, but that might be the only guy of those 5 rookies.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm
'Cause that-
excited, man. I think our defense is going to be right where it should be. Solid, man. He's such a good coach. He's so sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad our bye's late too, because I think all those guys are going to start hitting the rookie wall late in the season, and it's good that our bye's late. It's good our bye's late so those guys can get a blow.
It's good if we're looking at a Super Bowl or deep playoff run to be that late because it's week 14, ain't it?
Yeah, I know, man. But look, if you're gonna be starting 5 rookies on D, you're gonna want them. You don't want that bye week to be early. You do not want
I know
that
what
bye
you're
week
saying.
early.
The only thing I don't
Those
like
guys are gonna
about
be
the Robert,
gassed.
only thing I don't like about the Robert Saleh hire is if he do good,
He's gone.
He's gonna go.
he's gone. Yeah, we're gonna be right back to the same kind of situation. And then the defensive line coach.
probably step up.
No, that's why Gus Bradley's here, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Gus Bradley. They
That's
did
why
hire
Gus
Gus
Bradley's
Bradley.
here, man. If
Yeah,
Saleh
Gus
goes,
Bradley.
Bradley would probably just replace him.
Yeah.
Well, thank God we don't have Brandon Staley on the sideline this year. Oh man, thank God.
I'm just glad Sorensen's gone, man.
Oh my
Man,
gosh, he was not good with the press either.
bad body language, low
I thought we
energy.
were going to keep him on staff and let him go back to doing special team shit.
No, I
They
think
wanted to keep him.
he's like, I ain't hanging around here anymore. I wore out my welcome.
I took him my tongue gone. He went somewhere though.
He went to
Yeah,
the
It may
Dallas
have been the
Cowboys.
Texans.
Dallas
Cowboys,
Cowboys.
Oh,
working for
Cowboys.
Schottenheimer.
Okay.
He's the
Okay.
special team coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys now.
See, special teams coordinator. Yeah.
See, I let you guys chop it up. I let you guys just moan along. That's the reason why I was doing that for. But I want to thank you. I'm not closing out. I just wanted to let you know. I know I didn't get a chance to do it earlier, but thank you all for your time for being on here tonight. So I know
Hey
you
man,
guys
thanks for having me.
don't get off. Don't I'm hanging up. Just let you guys know early. That's all. But
Thanks. See you later, man. Thanks, guys. Bye.
smart ass. Well, I know we have 40 days until training camp starts. 40 days. So basically, that's what Kyle Shanahan had his presser. Everybody is taking their time off until training camp starts. And I know for a fact that they're just waiting for everybody to heal their body up before training camp starts. And then the grind will start with their pads. So basically, when the pads come on, it gets real.
Yeah.
Right now, they're just running around, playing around. Oh, I'll give you a smack on the butt. Okay, give you a smack in the head.
It's camaraderie.
Yeah. It's like brotherhood.
Yeah.
They're hanging out together. But before, like I said, 40 days until training camp starts. Now, who are you guys more excited to see at his training camp to do well? Who's the most? That'd be a hard question.
Like, who do I think is going to take a step up?
Yeah, step up in training camp. Just training camp, not a preseason. Training camp itself. To make it through training camp.
I'm going to say Alfred Collins.
Who?
What's that?
I'm going to say Alfred Collins simply because of his weight. And I know he had foot issues coming from college to the NFL, right? You go to class all day. Now in the NFL, your whole job, you're talking about 12 and 14 hours a day, sleeping, eating, doing football, right?
That's all you do.
For Alfred Collins, he's a big dude. You can get away with that in college, but the difference in the NFL is you have big dudes who are nimble and mobile. So I like his size, and I do think he has a lot of potential, but it would surprise me for him to make it through training camp.
Man, he's good against the run too. He's really good.
You mean OTAs? You mean OTAs?
Yes.
OTAs. Yeah, you just trying to train. I know training game to start yet.
Well, when I say training camp, I mean any time between when the Super Bowl and when the first game of the season starts for the next season.
Gotcha. Josh?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Mikal Bridges or TJ West. I'm excited about West, though. I really am, man. Cool. He's a force. He's a force.
You said Mikal Bridges?
Yeah, or Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges?
What's his last name?
Williams.
Mikal Williams.
Mikal Williams. Yeah.
Bridges, I think Mikal Bridges was an NBA player. That's why I was like, Mikal Bridges?
That was the Knicks. I just seen something a second ago on the TV.
Yeah.
I knew who you meant, so that's why I left it alone. I was like, I know who you mean.
I just like messing with people, bro. Look, this is your first time. I like messing with people like that, bro.
Sarcasm is always welcome here. Sarcasm, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Hey, Rich, you up?
Yes. Man, I'm in flux. Yeah. Look, I you know who I want to be like the guy who I want it to be Kittle, because Kittle's a leader, and I want everybody. I want Kittle out there. I don't want him getting like a stupid calf injury or something stupid right in the beginning of training camp and him having problems. But Kittle's the guy for me. I want to see him. He's the elder statesman now.
Yep.
And
he's gonna have a breakout year. I really feel that.
I think if it goes right, and if Ayuk pups and he's not there, and we're running God, I'm trying to think. JJ and whoever the other guy is. I don't know. I'm thinking Watkins could crack this
We picked up Robinson,
if Pearsall is this if
Chris
this
Conley.
injury runs into camp. Oh man, and I'll tell you, DeMarcus looked the other day too. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll tell you that catch
big
he
frame.
made. I was on my Twitter feed. I reposted that because look, the dude caught the ball with his hands. I hate body catchers. I
I did
hate
too.
body catchers. And he just reached out and snatched that ball out of the air. I was like, that's what I like to see in a wide receiver. You know, it was so good, and I think he's going to surprise people this year. I think he's going to be pretty good.
Hey, what
Especially-
about how C-Mac looked? And did you guys see those videos? He looked explosive, man. Smooth.
Yeah, it looks
C-Mac
good.
looked good.
Let's see how he looks after he gets hit a few times.
Yeah, true.
You know, that's my problem. Look, man, I don't like the
Pads.
the no pads
I'm not-
Olympics out there.
That's why I'm waiting for two. I'm waiting for pads.
That's all cool, but you know, every year you get older, your body heals slower.
As long
And
as Kyle
that's the
don't
thing.
run him into the ground, I think he's going to have a good year.
Look, look, and I know Josh, you weren't on.
running to the ground.
Josh, do you watch do you watch a lot of our pods and stuff like that, or not when you're not on? You know, look,
Who's pod?
this one. Have you watched this one? Okay. So, you know, it was like we were talking about that, and you know, we're basically, you know, it's like, you know, I don't want to see CMC more than 15 touches a game, and that's
Yeah.
hard. That's gonna be hard for Kyle when you've got those other guys around. I mean, you can give Garendo some touches, you can give Jordan James some touches, and minimize CMC's
He can
workload.
still flex him out, though. You know, he can still get him involved with the passes. He just doesn't have to line him up behind Brock.
But you can put Garendo in the backfield and put him in the slot.
Cut you off.
Yep.
True. This is from California, Matt Man. Morning, Matt Man.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
I know I'm late to the party. I had to do some things. CMC, I understand the hesitation, but if we can keep it, I understand we don't want to give him 40 touches a game. I get that, trust me. 15, 20 touches a game. You give a little to Jordan James, you give a little to Isaac Garendo, maybe you give a couple tough ones to Juice, and some passes. But this year, this is what's going to happen. I know I've said this before, but I think Kittle's going to be back to being 80, somewhere around 1,200 yards and 10 touches.
Oh, absolutely. Hey,
He's going to be our leading receiver.
NFL Live right now. They're doing a segment over us.
JJ.
Don't get flagged there.
I'd say
TV off.
I'd say JJ is probably going to be, somewhere around 70 and like 6 touchdowns. Ricky, if he's healthy, I give him 60 for 1,000 and like 6 touchdowns. The rookie running back, if he passes Garendo,
Jordan James.
Yeah, if he passes,
he's like 4.4. He's not.
I know,
4.3.
but I'm just saying if he passes him up on
guy
the
is.
He's the better runner, though. James is the better pure runner.
Yeah.
Garendo is a better receiver.
Yes.
We don't know that. They're just going off of 1 year of production. The man he had a whole offseason train. Okay, he may have
Garendo
improved
played
from
wide
last
receiver
year.
in high school and some of college too. He's got better hands. I mean, just naturally.
Our defense, I know we didn't plug all the holes, but I'd say we plugged most of the holes on our defense. I want to see, that rookie linebacker from Oklahoma State, our 4th round guy, and I want to see that undrafted free agent. I want to see if he has anything at all. I'm not going to forget about my boy from Florida State, Tatum Bethune, but I think if it comes down to it, he might just be the special teamer. He might just be a special teamer. And then, of course, we got my boy on the other corner opposite Diamador Lenore, my boy Renardo Green. Who's going to be
Deion's guy.
He's going to be, he's just like most of the cornerbacks from Florida State. He's a little shorter, but he hits people and he covers well. So he's kind of, like a mix of, say, Antonio Cromartie and Asante Samuel. He's not as big as Antonio, but he hits like a truck. And if he's anywhere near the ball, he's going to either get a PBU or he's going to get a pick.
There you go.
Look, our front seven may be good enough that we can make up for it with pressure.
Absolutely.
On being a little short at corner and safety. The front seven may be good enough that where guys aren't going to have time enough, and it'll really, really help that secondary out. I think this front seven is going to be nasty.
I
It'll be
do too.
nasty.
Jair Brown, he's going to be hurt for a little bit. So is the other
Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Yeah.
So, that rookie safety we drafted late, he's going to get some
He's going to
time.
get a look. He's going to get a look anyway.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. Watch his highlights coming out of college, though. He was pretty good.
Yeah. But seriously, though, that our front seven, if on paper, it looks pretty scary. I think it could definitely, you can hide some stuff in there. Unless they spread us out and try to throw us a nickel and see how stout is, but we'll see.
I want to see Bryce Huff on third down because I've been hearing stuff that Bryce Huff is faster than D Ford. And
you watch him in camp at all?
Yeah.
D Ford is like the fastest person I've seen get off the line in my lifetime.
Yeah, they've been saying he's getting off pretty quick.
Huff's feet are so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of camp video, man, and his
I don't
feet
know if
are
D Ford
so
is faster
fast.
than Alden Smith. I don't know because
Alden Smith played standing up. Alden Smith played standing up. He didn't play from a 3 technique.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't ask him to. I assume that if we had asked him to, he could have.
Huff's
I'm just saying he's got
the only problem. The only problem with Huff is he's short. He's only 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
But his feet are crazy. That's why. I mean, he looks nothing like D Ford from a physical standpoint because Ford was so tall. But man, his feet and his get off are good. They're really good.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to, since Matt's here now, I can go off with these questions that I have help with. Of course, I'm gonna give you all the credit there, Dion, for giving me these questions, man, from last night, brother. All right, I had no questions on my mind really. All I had was stats and most of the stats from news and everything I saw. But questions are: one is, how do we all feel about the lack of drama this offseason?
It's great.
Okay.
Don't need it.
Anybody else?
I agree. I love it. I'm glad that we got everybody signed. We don't have to go into camp with everybody's contract negotiations still lingering and coming in, and guys being upset and disgruntled and riling up other dudes. I'm glad that it's done. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody wants to get back to championship football. So I'm excited about that.
Rich?
Bosa and Trent Williams came to OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That alone is a big ass deal. Look, Trent Williams doesn't go to OTAs.
Hell no, he doesn't even practice on Wednesdays during season.
Nick Bosa lives in Florida, does not come to OTAs.
No, he usually practices with one person, his brother.
Yeah. So the fact that those guys were there and they had 100% attendance for the OTAs, that alone was a big deal. And Kyle even looked a little better. Last year, Kyle looked like
he was ready to kill himself.
You could just tell, man. Kyle looked like he was like that. Just take me out back and put me down.
Yeah.
And now
he looked like rough on Kyle.
He looked like old man. What's his name? That used to coach the Eagles, Dick Vermeil.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he looked burnt. He looked burnt. And now he actually smiled. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah. I think the reemergence of Salah coming back, along with getting rid of some people and having such a good draft, has just breathed in life. You know what I mean? I think the miss on Javon Hargrave and the miss on Trey a few years ago was kind of lingering, and then us having so many people hurt, and I think that the new blood, like what he was saying earlier, is healthy and rejuvenating everybody. So
we also played more games than everybody else in the last like 4
Oh,
years.
yeah.
You know, that just wears on you. I think the fact that those guys got to get the heck out of there, relax, regroup, and now come back refreshed is huge.
Yeah. I'm glad that Juice came back too. I really am.
Great corn or not?
Is that the accordion?
You had to mention Grant Cohn.
Yes, man. And his dad, Larry Cohen.
His dad is a G. Oh, Liam.
Yeah.
Lowell Cone is the
Lowell, yeah,
OG.
Lowell.
Lowell's the
Yeah,
OG.
he is. Lowe's sounds like an old East Coast ball buster from way back.
He's from New York.
Yeah, that's right. He is, ain't he?
Yep.
Hell
Now, as
Yeah,
much
Matt.
as it hurt my soul to see Dre Greenlaw and
Oh man.
Huff leave, you know, I like
And they both went to Denver.
I like all the youth. You know, I like all those new guys coming in. I like to see Trent, you know, and maybe he comes back and has another, you know, one of the last, you know, all pro years. I'm hoping. And all them rookies. I want to see a few of them if they play enough. I want to see a few of them get some all rookie second team votes.
Oh yeah.
I'm not shooting for first team, but
it might happen though.
CJ West,
but if
man.
Michael
CJ West.
Michael Williams and CJ West, if those guys really like do the thing,
Albert Collins too. Yeah.
those guys really do the thing, all those three guys, and maybe Jordan Watkins. I mean, I know he's probably only going to be the fourth receiver or fifth receiver right now, because you know when Ricky gets his game together, it's going to be him and JJ, and then
he could jump to third though. He could jump to third with no Ayuk. He could jump to third with no Ayuk.
He really could. He could really work his way up from there. Truly.
I mean, just to have that threat of a guy that can you throw it 50 yards and he catches it and takes it the rest of the way. Because I mean, we all know Brock doesn't have the greatest arm, but Brock can still throw the pill about 55 yards.
Yeah,
and
he can get you in stride.
Yeah, if he throws one of those beautiful passes that he
It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow, but it gets there.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes when you get hit while you're throwing a 55-yard, it kind of looks like that. I'm just saying.
Look, man. Russell Wilson made a career throwing that ball, so I can't really.
And for all the hate Brock gets, it's like, you guys, it's like, why are you hating? Like, he's a top 10 quarterback. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I legitimately put him at 7.
Solid season. He led the league in completion percentage. I don't give a fuck whose system you're in. You still got to do it. You still got that to do.
No, you still got to do the work. I think what ESPN put him at like 12. I think ESPN put him at 12.
Thanks. ESPN put him at 12. 53 million was the bargain.
I think one of the other places put him at like one of the other entities put him at like 13 or 14. I'm like, get out of here.
That's a stretch.
Y'all are just 49ers haters. That's all that is.
That's East Coast bias too, man.
There's a lot of guys that are snobbish out there, man. That's why they don't want to give Brock his flowers.
Nah, it's a lot of the sports things like ESPN's East Coast, so they, West Coast always gets a slight from ESPN and those types of deals, man.
I mean,
It's
except for Chris Berman. Chris Berman's like one of the biggest 49er fans there is,
yep.
and Giants fans. He loves it when the Giants playing the Dodgers. He loves it when we're playing the Rams or the Seahawks. He's just like the San Francisco 49ers. What block party? He's gonna throw that ball to Kittle. And he breaks away from a sack and picks up 25 yards on the run.
Yeah, I like his commentary.
I like his commentary, but it's a shame because he obviously hasn't been the same since he went through that little sexual harassment deal, man. And yeah, he doesn't. I don't know if they don't put him on TV purposely, but like their energy,
Yeah,
it's
I think he just says that
definitely
little
had some
post
more
game
screen
thing on
time.
Sundays.
yeah.
The fastest 60 or whatever that he does.
Yep.
Yeah, they put him out, and he got way more energy, man, for him to just be on that little tiny period. But
Yeah, but he's got to be 70 now or close to.
He's about 75. He's
so
my dad's age, I believe. Yeah.
hey, Terry Bradshaw, he's pretty old.
He's still doing it too and singing songs.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. I got you guys. What's the expectations for the team this season?
I'd say at least get out of the wild card round. At least I feel like we can do that for sure. I think that we could win the division if the Rams don't. If I think that we should at least split the division, meaning that we should at least win 3 division games. You know what I mean? Improve as far as that goes. I think 11-6 playoff team, maybe 10-7 at least. Like to see us make the second round of the playoffs.
Okay,
But I still think that we got championship DNA.
Dion, or unless you want Matt, you want to go? Whoever wants to go first. Next. Okay.
I see the 49ers winning at least, I'm going to say 12 games because they were 17. So I say about 12-5. I can see them probably going to the NFC Championship game. That's just how good I feel about that draft. And the difference between us and the Rams is I think we left a little bit more veteran leadership on the team as opposed to when the Rams got rid of all their players and stuff like that. So I feel like you still got Fred Warner, you still got Nick Bosa, you still got Kittle, you got Trent Williams, like you still have a lot of stuff still, you got CMC. So I feel like I'm gonna say at least an NFC championship.
Yeah. Yeah, we still do have a lot of good veteran presence on the team.
Okay, Rich.
We did the records. I think we're gonna be 11-6. We're gonna come second place in the division to the Rams. Maybe we win a game in the playoffs. That's where I think we're at this year. I don't think we're, at least now. I may change my mind when the season comes, and seeing how these guys gel and all that kind of stuff. But that's kind of how I feel like we are now. We got a lot of young guys, and I feel like on defense, I've said this before, where young guys learning, make a couple of mistakes here, and they cost you a couple games, and that just goofy stuff like that. But I think the team's got the building blocks are really, really good. I'm excited about the future of the team.
Matt, man.
All right. I'm saying low bar, like 9 wins. High bar, 13.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I can see us winning the division, but I can also see us, finishing second and getting that first wild card. Now, if all those rookies, like the main ones that are going to play all the time, meaning Michael Williams, meaning Alfred.
Pounds.
Yeah. CJ West. He's not gonna play as much, but Upton Stout. The two rookie linebackers.
He ought to start nickel.
Our young rookie guard or right tackle Connor Olson. The two receivers. If all those guys contribute, whether it be a lot or little, if all those guys contribute and we keep CMC and a couple other guys, if we keep those guys fresh, we could shock the world, y'all. We could shock the world, Craig. We win the whole thing.
I agree.
I don't think the Chiefs are good enough to beat us again. I think if we play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, we're gonna win it, and we're gonna beat them by 30, just like the Eagles did. And I think we're good enough to knock the Eagles off that mountaintop.
They lost a lot on defense.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, I know.
They have.
Yeah, one of my favorite guys from Florida State came into our division, Josh Sweat, and I was irritated about that. I was like, no, don't. Oh,
Arizona had a real good draft too.
Yeah, they did.
A really good draft. Don't write off Arizona.
No, man. Like I said, I got a splitting with them. They took Nolan, who I thought that's who we were going to take.
I thought we was going to take the linebacker from Georgia, the first team All-American, because I had really never heard of Mikael Williams, and I said it on the last podcast that we did right after draft. Like there were better players, I think, than Mikael Williams, but maybe Mikael Williams fit the scheme the best.
And he's 20.
Right. And he's 20 years old.
He's young. So that's why I didn't put him as far as like my rookie, killer this year. Is that what he may have a rough year because he's still a kid. He's a big man. He hasn't fully grown into his body yet at 20 years old either. So I think there's a lot of upside with him.
But
and he's still growing emotionally and mentally.
It means something when Nick Bosa says, "Hey, I've never seen a kid like Mikael Williams ever." Right. Nick Bosa is not a man of. He doesn't speak a lot. For him to say that,
that's high praise. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very high praise.
He's as big as Bosa. He's as tall as Bosa, but about 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah. So that means a lot, man. But I still would have liked to see Joey Bosa and Nick Bosa, but whatever, man. He went on the way after he lied and said he was going to sign, and then he went to Buffalo or something?
Yeah, he went to Buffalo for 12 more cents.
Yeah, man. So,
all right. Now for the last one that Dion gave me. All right, Dion, if you wouldn't mind explaining this one to me or to us, that way it's not. You didn't put a question mark at the end of it, but I'll read it out to you that way you understand what it was.
Okay.
Be wary of the easy schedule. Teams have drafted and made free agent moves. Schedule may not be easy as you think. Go ahead.
So the 49ers are listed as having the easiest schedule this season in the NFL. And what I'm saying is, hey man, teams have drafted, teams have signed free agents, and those same teams that's perceived to be easy, hey man, this schedule may be harder than people think it is. So I just want to.
That's based off of last year's rankings, off their wins and losses. But I know what you're saying. I think Carolina's on the up and up. Let's see, the Buccaneers might not be no easy out. They got in the draft, and they were really sure. I agree with you. I don't think the schedule is going to be as easy as a lot of people think it is.
Because I'm a 49ers fan, but I will say sometimes we have some delusional fans. And they'll say, "Oh man, we got the easiest ranked schedule," and I'm like, "Well, that's based on last year. There's no telling who's going to get injured. Who's gonna, progress? Who's been in the weight room in the off season? Like, don't go by. We have the easiest schedule in the league. Like, don't go by that. Go by what your eyes tell you. Your eye test.
So Dion, you haven't been on in a couple weeks. When we did the schedule, I have us going 11-6 and 2-4 in a division. So just think about that.
2-4 in the division.
Lose to the Rams twice and split with the other two. That's what I've got us as a record.
You think Seattle gonna beat us one game?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're gonna lose game one we're gonna lose game one to them this year in Seattle.
oh, that's tough, man. I don't know about that.
I know, but that's where my brain's at. So I'm, to your point, that's what I'm saying is I'm talking about. You're thinking, oh, that's an easy game, and an
Yeah,
easy game.
yeah, I got you. That's a division game, so yeah, I got you.
I mean, we might, maybe we. I don't think we're beating the Rams once, but I think we could beat Seattle twice, maybe. But that's the only one that I think we have a chance of going 12-5 from 11-6. So, like to your point, that's what I'm saying. I totally agree with you that
Hmm.
that we could get shocked in a few games here.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I think we stand a chance of split with everybody, but the days of us going undefeated in division are over. Arizona's better.
Matt Man.
They're far better than what they were last year. They had a really good draft and they had some good people.
Matt Man. What check says? Or no, the what I just said about the best Easter schedule. What Dion was mentioning.
Okay,
What do you think about that?
this is what I think. I think, Bryce Young is getting better, but his whole team around him, not that good. So, I mean, maybe they get a little bit better. Maybe they win 5 games, but I still don't think they're good enough to beat us. Same with Atlanta. As much potential as Penix has, I don't see them coming into Levi and getting a win. We owe them a big whooping. Like we owe a 50 burger on them. Okay, because we lost a couple games to Atlanta last couple times we played them, and I mean
yeah.
losing
We lost with
to Atlanta to Marcus Mariota. I mean that's just horrible. So we
28-14. That was uncalled for.
so we owe them a mud hole stomping.
but I will say Atlanta made most of their moves on defense. Atlanta is going to have a nasty defense this year.
Oh yeah.
As far as like the rest of the schedule, I mean, I can see us going 5-1 in the division. Maybe we lose one of those games to the Rams, but I can see us going 5-1. And if we're clicking on all cylinders the whole year, and we're not really like losing any, we're not like having any hiccups, I can see us getting the number 1 seed. I looked at the schedule. There are some tough games, but really, if you think about it, I mean, outside the division, there's only a couple really like, tough games. So,
Like who? Be specific.
Atlanta could be tough, but like I said,
Houston, Cleveland.
Yeah,
they drafted Mason Graham, if I'm not mistaken.
Look, and I'll
that's
tell you,
gonna be
I put Houston as an L in my record.
Yeah, Houston's stud. D'Amico, that's there. CJ Stroud.
I mean,
Hey fellas, I'm gonna have to go.
Hey, Josh.
I'll see you guys next Friday.
Real quick before you leave,
Yes.
what'd you have for us for a division? What record?
I think we're gonna go 4-2
Okay.
at best.
I want
3-3.
All right, brother, man.
Hopefully.
4-2. I got you. All right, man. Have a great night,
Yeah.
brother. All right. Thanks for coming, man.
All right, man. Thanks
No
for having me,
problem,
guys.
all right, see you later.
All
All right.
thank you.
Bye.
That's my next question for you guys, which I know Matt's already. I already know, of course, Rich. Dion, what do you have us in our division, our record?
I'll say 3-3.
Oh man, you guys, jeez.
I'm saying 3-3, man.
At least I love Matt Man's at least 5-1.
I think we're gonna lose both games to the Rams.
I got sweet.
You got Jerry Versk and Fisk on that defensive line, man. They were already good last year. Now they got a whole nother year to train and progress. And then you got to guard Puka and Devontae Adams on the outside. That's gonna be tough, man. And then you got Marvin Harrison Jr. is gonna be 1 year better. What's the running back they got back there that's pretty good from Arizona? I can't remember. What's his name?
Trey Benson.
No.
From Florida State.
Okay, I got that, but
Sports Illustrator.
What's the other guys? The starting guy.
I always say.
Connor.
James Conner is really good from Pittsburgh. You know, like the tight end.
Gotta do it.
The tight end for Arizona is really good. McBride is really good.
From Colorado State.
Yeah, man, Arizona has some talent, bro. It's gonna be hard. Seattle, not really worried about Seattle. Lose your quarterback, lose your top receiver. I think they lost 2 receivers. If I'm not, I think Lockett.
Lockett's gone too.
Tennessee.
Yeah, so
they signed Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about Cooper Kupp.
Yeah,
not at this age.
Yeah, but he's still
a possession receiver now.
Yeah, he's still gonna make catches. He's not gonna make any explosive plays.
Yeah, his breakaway speed's gone.
But he can still run his way into 8 catches for 120 yards.
Oh, he's gonna be a drag route guy. The other guys are gonna run off, and he's gonna be running underneath, catching balls here and there. That's the only way his career is gonna last.
Well, and then you have Sam Darnold. I know Sam Darnold looked good last year, but that's the biggest question mark I would have about Seattle is, Sam Darnold. Like if he starts to play bad, do you bring in Jalen Miro? I don't know.
Nah, they're paying him. He'll get at least this year to play all year.
If they have to go to Sam Darnold, if they have to go to Milroe at any point, they're gonna get rid of Darnold. I'm just saying it right now. They gave him
because I think this was a 2-year deal.
Something million. They gave him 100-something million for 3 years. If they start off like 4-5, bench.
Yeah, but I think that's like a fake. It's like a fake 3-year deal. You know what I mean? I think there's outs after 1.
Yeah.
Well, Jalen Miro is more of at least coming out of college. You really can't say how it's going to be, but he's more of a scrambling quarterback. So you do have an injury risk there. If you do get rid of Sam Darnold, I mean, he is a decent starter, with Minnesota and stuff like that.
He's going to get the year. He's going to get the year to try to make it happen. They wouldn't. That's why they designed the contract. He's going to get the year to figure it out. Plus, the coach isn't going to be on the hot seat since he's new. So,
but Seattle, I'm more concerned about their defense because I don't really remember them adding too much on the defense all offseason. So
it's because Darnold was their splash.
Yeah, him and Kupp. So. Yeah, but that Rams game, man, that's gonna be tough, man.
And then
they just look
good.
Kyron Williams, the running back, he's no scrub either.
Look, if they can't get pressure, it's just gonna it's not gonna be good. If we get pressure on them, we got a chance. But if we don't, and Stafford can just sit back there and pick us apart, not going to be good.
And then what they still have Tyler Higbee at tight end?
Real quick, Matt.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you want to say, Matt?
All right. Worst case scenario. We do lose both to the Rams. But I'm going to throw this in there. If we can bother Stafford enough, we can win both games.
Yeah.
We don't need
if we're disruptive.
We don't need to sack him.
Nope.
if we can get some tips, if big old Alfred and Bosa and Michael Williams, if all those guys can block a shot every once in a while against him, or if we can just, rut like, he feels it. Like he feels one of those guys coming and he gets it out, but it's a duck, then those are what you call interception opportunities. So if Demo and Upton Stout and Renardo Green and whoever else are on their game, and we can get that Matthew Stafford acting, like he's gonna I feel something. I better get rid of it. Oh, the ball got batted right back in his face. Or it tipped and we get a pick. Take it to the house. And we get them rushing upfield. And if Bosa can get some sacks, we just we need to protect Brock enough. We need to give him just enough time to just throw those beautiful short passes out. Get Kittle in space. That's the thing. We need to get Kittle in space against everybody. If we get Kittle in space and get the run game going, let CMC get a couple yards here, throw him a pass here, mix it up. We mix everybody up. We mix everybody in the game, and our defense does what it does. Like I said, that we can win the whole thing. But it also means that we have to stay healthy. No injuries at all. I'm just gotta knock on wood and hope that everything goes the way it should, because we haven't had a season that go and I would like for once since the 80s that we have a season go just perfect.
That's the reason why I don't say the I word. I never say the I word at all. I don't care. Even we already have some already. I don't say the I word. Is there anything you guys want to plug before we get off? I know you guys are getting, antsy. Talk about looking at you. Anything you guys want to plug, talk about, or before you get off, or what?
No, it's been pretty quiet. Not a lot of drama going on. Everybody seems to be locked in. Kind of abnormal for a 49ers offseason, right?
Yeah, especially lately.
Yeah, it needs something, but yeah, it's I'm curious to see how the team is gonna, because even those years we went to the Super Bowl, you still had some drama. With some contract or somebody was holding out or quarterback competition controversy, and it's just been wild, man. So I'm curious to see how the 49ers are gonna be. And it kind of makes you think like, man, maybe we could have won a Super Bowl if they were more locked in the previous years when they lost in the off season. You know what I mean? So I look forward to seeing it.
Cool. Rich?
No, I'm kind of echoing what Dion was just saying. Same thing. It's Mary J. Blige, "No More Drama" is the freaking theme song of the season. You just want it to go well. See everybody get in, fall into position, and rock the season out. Play the schedule. Hopefully, these if we're going to play all these rookies that they don't hit the rookie wall, and we tank at the end of the season. I'm excited. This, like I said, right when free agency started, we lost all the guys. I was like, oh God, here we go again. We're back to, we're back to the, starting all over. And then draft came, and it was like, hello, this is gonna be good. So, like I said, it's good though right now. I'm pretty excited.
Okay. I know Matt Man is talking to his wife, so give him a couple seconds. Yeah, I don't want to keep you guys any longer than you have to be. Hey guys, we did an hour and a half, man. I was surprised we did an hour and a half. I was surprised. I really was. I didn't think we were gonna do 45 minutes. I was very surprised.
Hey, tune in and watch the Pacers win this game tonight now.
I'd be too busy. I'd be too busy doing that. But Matt, man, anything you want to plug or anything you want to talk about in the last of it?
Man, I wish I had something to plug, because if I did, I'd be making a little money, but I don't have nothing to plug. So
Yeah, your car collection. I'm saying.
no, I'm good.
Okay. Well, that's all we got for you guys tonight. We did an hour and a half, exactly an hour and a half, man. Damn. Ooh, that was good. That was a good
Sweet.
show. Very sweet, guys. So you guys are more than welcome to hang up, do the rest of your night. But
All right. See you
go
guys
follow,
later.
go follow all these
All right, man.
guys.
Peace.
Right?
Go Faithful.
Go Rich, go Dion, and go Matt Man.
Go
Go on,
Pacer.
guys.
Woo, 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 woo.
All right. Later on, guys. Here we go. Hey, Matt Man, I'm gonna miss you. Bye bye. All right, guys. That was it. Hour and a half. Wow. Like I said, I was surprised. I thought we were gonna do about maybe 45 minutes. Jeez, they got me going. But as soon as they get chopping up, that's the reason why I don't like to bother them. I don't like to bother them when they're chopping it up. That's how I am. But yeah, guys, hour and a half. Proud of it. Happy for it. All did a great job. Definitely get a shout out, of course, Josh for coming in here. He was a last minute guy because he wanted to come on, but he didn't know anything. He didn't know anything what to do. He's not a technology guy, so I helped him out with it. So we got him on. So he's all good. Of course, I want to say, of course, plug out my guys, Matt Man, of course, Rich and Dion, and of course the guys I know didn't show up. Part of our top four guys, Craig, and of course Jake. All right. I wanted to give a shout out to you guys, all right? But I don't know when the next one will be coming in, but hopefully Sunday if possible. But I know tomorrow mostly is off day unless we get some kind of news. But next 40 days is gonna be off for a while because there's not much going on. So we had to bring some stuff up to make some content for you guys. So all right. Thank you all for watching. And I know for a fact there was some watching here. Thank you guys for watching. All right. Please hit the like subscribe button. All right. Bring up the channel out. All right. Get it going. All right. This has been the Past, Present, Future. And of course, presented by the Radical 24/7. All right. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you when we see it. Peace out. Keep the faith. Never lose hope. There, guys. See you.
Red and gold, red and gold, red